we'll just take this time to talk about the Real Betis Chelsea match tomorrow. So let's do a preview of the match. We're going to come tomorrow. I welcome the Chelsea fan and my experienced Barcelona fan. You are welcome, sir. Now, looking at this game, I believe some person fact. If you check the fan base, everybody believe that Chelsea will win this game, and it will be a walkover game for Chelsea. So the match will not be an easy game for Chelsea. It will not be an easy game at all. It won't. So make I not just talk am only me. Make I just also hear from you as a Chelsea fan. How you see the game? Like, what do you have to say concerning this final coming up tomorrow?
Actually, it will be a big cracker. It's not an easy game. Looking at Betis from their league, when you check their last 6 games, if I'm not mistaken, though they have one win and then they have four draws and all of that.
Yes, yes.
So no matter their status, but I believe they have experienced players.
They have someone like Isco.
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 In a team like that, Isco, having been playing in Real Madrid before, he has a very big experience.
Yes.
In fact, Isco himself is a catalyst.
Exactly. Yes.
He's a man that whenever you see him in the game, he usually stir up the game and also stir up other players. So it will not be an easy ball game. And then looking at the Chelsea side, I'm a coach Chelsea fan, but to me, Chelsea these days the players have not lived up to expectations. You know, liking them to the past crop of players. But nevertheless, at least being fourth in
the table,
in the EPL table,
yes.
and then ending fourth,
Yes.
no one expected such.
Yes. Yes.
You know, looking at what they are playing, no one expected such. But it's also a good sight having ending and fourth in the EPL table. So when you look at the two teams, it's a big cracker.
It will be a very
will
big
not
game.
be an easy game for Chelsea.
It will be a difficult game for Chelsea.
Difficult.
It will be a difficult game for Chelsea. As a Chelsea fan from that Chelsea angle, now what best three will you advise Enzo Maresca to use?
4-3-3 formation is our traditional game, but this years I've not seen any of the coach play 4-3-3 formation. So it's all more or less one center forward. So, but the other two coming from the flank, I expect Jackson the center forward, then Nato coming from the
right wing,
and
Madueke
coming from the left flank. More or less, I prefer Madueke playing from the right flank. The last game that Chelsea played against Nottingham Forest, Sancho was more or less struggling, so I believe he'll be dropped, and then use these two, Madueke and Nato.
Okay, we have a Barcelona fan in our midst here, and we also want to hear from him because he's an experienced man in this business. So we want to hear from him.
Old man,
a very old man.
Old man.
So the La Liga champion. Champion.
Champions. Wow.
I don't give Madrid anything.
I love that. No, I was not expecting Madrid. In fact, I wasn't a fan of Madrid.
No, I was expecting Madrid to win that Copa del Rey.
No, come to spell, initially I do support Madrid, but this time around, no.
Barcelona just carry everything.
No, I supported them.
Yes. You see, this is a year of economy for
Barcelona.
Yes.
And the boys try. You know, those boys are from academy. Barcelona does not have money to buy big players.
Exactly. They suffered last year now.
And thank God to the kind of coach, the management.
That was where my support comes from.
The management. I give kudos to the management of Barcelona. Okay, that aside, my brother. Chelsea Betis match tomorrow will be a wonderful cracker. A powerful cracker. Although the fan base, everybody will be tipping Chelsea.
Yes, exactly.
And if you begin to look at what is happening in the football area now, history is taking place. History. This is a year of history. It's a year of history. It's not as if because I'm not a member, I'm not a fan of Chelsea and I'll speak against them. But that match wouldn't be an easy match. That is the only cup Real Betis is looking for.
Is it an history on the side of Real Betis, or
Yes.
it's also an history on the side of
No,
Chelsea?
on the side of Chelsea,
It's also an
it's a
history.
very big history on
Yeah,
the
because
side of Chelsea.
Chelsea haven't won the Conference League
No,
before.
Chelsea have won every other
Except the
cup
conference.
twice.
Yes.
No, if Chelsea could be able to clinch this, it will be another history.
Another history they have
You know
created.
why I say?
You know, having played in the Europa League for 5
You know why
times.
I say
Yes.
the Real Betis is an underdog in this match
Okay.
because of the experience of Chelsea at the European level.
Yeah.
At this stage,
Okay.
when you take a look at Europe at this stage, at European competition, Chelsea has more experience than Real Betis.
Yes, yes.
Cups they have played on and one they have carried. But I bet you tomorrow game is a 50-50 game.
Yes.
It's a 50-50 game.
Yeah, yes.
Better side win tomorrow's match.
Exactly.
I am not saying it from the sentiment. I'm saying it from what I've. If you look at Real Betis team this season,
They are good.
It's a good team.
They are good.
If a team can beat Real Madrid,
Real
such stars and
draw Barcelona.
Barcelona was even the rest looking for
draw. Yes, exactly.
So if they could be able to put up that kind of match against the Real Madrid and Barcelona, it won't be an easy match for.
So I want to ask because Anthony Santos at Real Betis is a beast right now.
Yes.
A beast right now in La Liga. Now, looking at Anthony Santos and Isco, because Anthony Santos and Isco are the ones making things happen at Real Betis. Now, I want to ask, can Chelsea defense line be able to overshadow Anthony for no score? Because the kind of goals where Anthony they score, not the simple goals, not the simple goals when they score.
In as much as we agree that the game is gonna be 50-50 game.
Yes.
But when you count in terms of experience, unlike Elder Hair says,
Okay.
Chelsea has more experience.
Okay.
You know, and I believe that experience will count.
Okay.
But on the other side, I'm looking at when the both coach. You know, at times coaches matters a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you look at Betis midfield. The main danger man there to me is Isco. I'm not looking at Anthony. No.
But is this something this season?
Anthony is doing something. But you've forgotten that he left
Manchester United.
Yes. He's a player that they don't know him. They know his whereabouts, his movements, and everything.
He has played
countless times.
Yes.
So among the Chelsea players, I take Cucurella as number one.
No, he's the best.
You know one. He's mobile. He has the reflex. So I'm not looking at the side.
Okay.
But my major problem there is Isco. Man, Isco is very wonderful. I know he might not be at that pace when he was in Real Madrid. But when you look at the side, we have James there.
Okay.
Reece James is there.
Okay.
Cucurella is there. And then where I'm having problem is the two center back.
Yeah.
But me, I'm thinking, alongside this conference cup, Chelsea has been feeding more or less the feeders. But this is final. So I believe Chalaba will be dropped.
Okay.
Then what's his name? Tosin, is it? Will be there. And two center back. I believe we'll have what it takes to stop them.
Concerning that game, concerning the formation of that game, the only thing that can stop Real Betis is to coach experience. This game is a good of coach experience. Because if you allow Isco, Tony, and Real Betis top striker have a good combination. Chelsea is gone.
Yes.
I bet you Chelsea is gone. If they have a clear chance or a good combination, they play well together. There's space for them to play together. Chelsea is gone. The defense line of Chelsea is not articulate. The defense line of Chelsea is not sharp in their thinking. Because we need sharp thinkers at that level.
Exactly.
But if Cucurella one-on-one, I give Cucurella kudos.
Because Cucurella can be able to withstand
Cucurella is physically fit.
Yes.
He has speed. He can as well play the game. So I give him.
And he's unstoppable.
I give him
in a goal front.
This season.
For this season, Cucurella is unstoppable.
This season, I give him kudos. So, but they should very, very careful about these three players I've talked about.
I look at the formation that Chelsea has been playing. That they are 4-2.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah. Now, Caicedo is there.
Yes.
But in this case, Caicedo has a lot of work to do. You know, Caicedo, one problem I have with him is he's a very static player. That reflex is no more there. You know, compared to Isco.
Exactly. That's
You know?
that's what the
Because
Isco
I
is the
know
problem.
surely Caicedo must be there.
No. Caicedo
No.
beauty and that of Isco is never the same.
It's never the
It's
same.
not
Yeah.
the same. Isco is a playmaker.
Okay.
Caicedo is a pivoter, a defensive midfielder
Okay.
who does not move too much, whose eye is always there to cover for the two central defense.
Exactly. Okay.
Why Isco work there is to play. If Isco is an offensive player, it's an offensive player. Why Korea is a defensive
Player.
midfielder?
He can defend, he can mark, he can win the ball. But you know, in football, at least we've tested it a little bit.
But
When you get the ball and you cannot be able to possess the ball and then hold on late, know what to do with the ball. You know, my brother is a very big.
The problem of Caicedo is being able to dictate the game for Chelsea. As a pivoter, as a defensive midfielder, and as a number 4 man, suited to dictate the game for the club. Take a look at Barcelona. From the beginning of the season, De Jong wasn't in form. At the ending of the season, look how De Jong picked up, and he is the one determining the movement of the game in the Barcelona team. He is the pivoter himself and Pedri.
Yes.
But that is the work of a pivoter. A pivoter have too many work to do.
Too many.
Too many work to do.
Too many.
He must mark ball, he must win ball, he must dictate the pace of the
The
ball.
game.
But over,
And in this case, you need to be sharp.
over weeks now, I am seeing Caicedo, doing a lot of work at Chelsea.
Yes, he's been doing it. This is an EPL. We are talking about Europe.
Okay.
We are talking about Europe. He's going to play against the top players.
Caicedo has played against Liverpool, and he performed very well. He has played against Manchester United. He performed very well. He has played against top clubs in the England team.
I'm not giving anything out from him.
Yeah.
But what we are saying is that he needs to step up his game. You know?
Yeah.
Like a player like him, like a Mark, then win the ball. You need to, you need to be sharp, and then the reflex is not there.
Yeah.
The reflex is not there. You see him more or less. He lost possession.
And which is a very bad thing for a pivoter.
Pivoter.
Because you think your position that is to cover these two. Once you lost the ball, these two 5 and 6 is exposed.
Now when you look at Jorginho, when Jorginho was in Chelsea, he was at his peak. Jorginho was very, very smart.
Yeah.
He can possess the ball.
It was good.
He can mark.
It was good.
Now these are the kind of players that I want him to always look forward to.
That's one quality he doesn't have.
He doesn't have it.
Strength, can mark,
yes.
And in this game,
possession as a pivoter, he doesn't have it much.
Yes. Now if Betis, based on the players they have, the point man there,
You need to be sharp.
the man, the catalyst himself, is a very sharp player. And for you to defend against him, you need to be sharp.
You need to be very tactical.
Oh, but I'm not giving out anything from Caicedo.
Yeah.
I know he can still live up his situation. Yeah.
Now, let's look at the attackers of Chelsea. Can they be able to penetrate the defense line of Real Betis?
Man.
The woefulness of what's his name, Jackson. That's one of the problem of
One of the
Chelsea.
big problems. Like I said, I was preparing something before you came in.
Okay.
Now, on the aspect of Jackson,
Okay.
bro, he's somehow funny.
That's
Wow.
He's a wasteful.
He's a wasteful.
Wasteful.
An attacker that cannot, there's no perfect control.
If not for the fact that some other
You
Chelsea
cannot
players
trap ball and then waste of money.
Yeah.
As a Chelsea fan, it's a waste of money.
So the game will be a tough game.
It will be a tough game.
The game will be a tough. But let's get our scoreline. Like, what's your scoreline?
My scoreline is a 2-1.
2-1.
I'm not expecting too many goals. 2-1, Chelsea 2, Betis 1.
A lot of sentiments with my Betis 2-1.
Okay. Out of sentiment.
No matter how you come and watch us,
No
come
problem.
tomorrow.
No problem.
Yeah?
Really,
Cheer us up.
I will just
We are
sit
going
down.
to
Remember,
Poland.
this is a neutral guy. No,
It's a
Neutral
neutral
ground.
It's Poland.
Yes.
We are going
That's why I
there.
want to showcase
No,
my
what?
talent.
Yes.
This is boy and father's game. But the boy is going to show the father that he has learned a lot.
Exactly.
You know. So come tomorrow.